So put your feelings aside and smile in that moment, especially because a big thing to remember is just because you get called in for an interview does not mean that you have the job. So it is your responsibility to differentiate yourself and really ace that interview, okay? Those minutes and moments that you have with the managers in order for them to call you back and let you know that you got hired, because a lot of people come in for interviews and a lot of people don't get hired. Hey y'all, welcome back to another banging video. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the nerves people have during an interview. And this originates because a lot of y'all are like, what are they gonna ask me? Am I ready for it? You know, what should I expect? So I'm gonna be covering all that today for y'all in terms of like the questions and just the runarounds and how you should just portray yourself in there. So before we get started, if y'all could please like, comment, and subscribe, I would truly appreciate it because we are on a road to 10K and I'm just so excited and so blessed because we recently hit 6K and that's a huge milestone in my book. So truthfully, anyone who has supported my journey here on my YouTube channel, I'm very grateful for y'all. Okay, so the first thing they're going to ask you, and I've done a few of these videos, like I catered one in specific to minors. They do alter, I feel like, the questions a little bit and just like the main idea and stuff, just like the focus of the interview. It's just a tad different when they know they're dealing with somebody who's underage or still going to school. But this one's just gonna be kind of like a little bit more broad. You're gonna receive these questions whether you're a minor, an adult, in college, not in college. Like these are just your broad stuff, and then if you need more specifics, go ahead and watch those videos or let me know, comment down below. I will gladly answer whatever y'all need me to because I really do want to help y'all and see y'all win. So yeah, let's just get into it. So everything of this can shift and change, keep in mind, you know what I'm saying? Like this isn't word for word. They don't have a script or a paper that they follow. They literally, at least in this company, play it out to be so like nonchalant. You will walk in, right? Like when you get there, you usually go to customer service counter. You're like, hey, I'm here for my interview, right? Because like you're only going to this interview because they called you back after you applied. So if you haven't applied, make sure you do that. If you don't know how to, go check out some of my other videos. I literally just finished recording a video on how like to secure a bag in summer and like how y'all need to apply and how that application process works. So make sure y'all check that out for sure. But yeah, you're only getting an interview basically if they accepted your application. But let's put in the instance that they did and whatever. So you get there, you're gonna talk to customer service and they're going to tell you probably to like sit down until the manager is ready to see you. Finally, the manager will come out and be like, oh, are you Steve? And you're gonna be like, yeah, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things I tell people is shake their hand and look excited. You know what I'm saying? Look happy to be there. You know, sometimes people are like, but am I really happy to be there? Like, you know what I'm saying? They always want to do like a little comeback, a little, you know, a little freshness. And I'm just kind of like, fake it if you need to. You know what I'm saying? There are moments where I'm not happy 24/7, but I know that I'm working for this company and that's what they're looking for. And it is a good company and they've done good by me. So I'm just kind of like, hi, you know what I'm saying? Despite how I'm feeling. So put your feelings aside and smile in that moment, especially because a big thing to remember is just because you get called in for an interview does not mean that you have the job. So it is your responsibility to differentiate yourself and really ace that interview, okay? Those minutes and moments that you have with the managers in order for them to call you back and let you know that you got hired, because a lot of people come in for interviews and a lot of people don't get hired. So that's why I kind of like that was the focus of the video, today's video. That was the meaning behind this, is because I was like, I want y'all to do good in it so that y'all get hired, not just, okay, I went to the interview. That don't do nothing. So anyways, when they come out, hey, are you Caitlin, Steve, whatever your name is, they're gonna know. You're gonna be like, yes, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. You know, just act excited and smile. They're gonna go ahead and lead you towards their office, in which when you get there, you know, just be very respectful. Like, oh, thanks, thanks for having me on. Can I take a seat here? Like, whatever. They'll probably tell you, like, oh, you can take a seat, or, be energetic. Don't just be quiet following them like if you're about to go into a jail cell. Like, what I'm saying? Like, be happy and energetic and excited that you're there. Have some gratitude, like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them know, like, wow, like you really do appreciate what they're doing. And when you sit down, they're just gonna be like, all right, Steve, so I checked your application and I see here that like whatever that they see on your application. And they're most likely gonna start off with something to break the ice, basically on some, tell me about yourself, okay? One thing about it is they're going to ask you open-ended questions, because the point of this interview is that they want to get a feel for you as a person, not as an employee, as a human being, okay? A lot of people do the common mistake and they go into their interview and they're like, yes, because I have 30 years of experience and I have an associate's and a bachelor's and all these things. Like, they know that off of your paperwork, right? You already wrote that down. They called you in because, yes, that was impressive, but now they want to see the other aspect to it, which is your personality and who you are. So you reiterating what your resume said is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can touch points on some, like my resume said, due to all my experience, I really love it here and da-da-da-da. But you have to connect it like with some emotional or like spiritual or like some other type of connection aside from just, education or your paperwork or your resume. Like, it needs to come from, on some, are you an excited person? Are you a introvert, extrovert? How are you as a person? Okay. Because at the end of the day, every single company is going to train you to be the employee that they want you to be. It don't matter if you have 20 years in Target as an experienced cashier and now you're coming to Publix and you're going to go ahead and say that, oh, I have 20 years of experience. And while, yes, it is probably like a little plus because you're not completely new to a cash register, at the end of the day, Publix was about their protocols different than Target. And they're going to train you to be a great employee at Publix since that's the company you're working for. So they know that they're going to mold anybody who comes in and out of that office. So they're not tripping too much on, okay, yeah, we know you have all these experience. We read it on the paper. But like, they need to feel you as a person. All right. So qualities to possess during that interview is show them that as a person, you're nice, you're funny, you're caring, you're compassionate, you care about, others, and that you're excited to be there and that you're grateful. Those are the qualities that they're looking for, truth be told. You know what I'm saying? It's just, people say it all the time, even with med school. I'm trying to get into med school. Most likely PA school. I might not be the perfect candidate on a piece of paper, right? There's going to be girls out here who are going to have the 4.5 GPAs and the thousands and thousands of hours of shadowing and all these great things to be able to write on a paper. I probably will not have that, okay? Because when I first started college, I didn't take it as serious, and I've been making up for that ever since, and whatever. But they don't only look at your grades and your paperwork and this and that. They look at the other aspect. And everyone always tells me, you have that other aspect, therefore you have an equal chance. Because there's people who look great on paper, they meet you in person, it's not given. You know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50. So if you're doing great here, but you lack here, it's unbalanced. It's not good enough. So you got to be just there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the best resume, but you have to be, solid there, solid here. And so, like I said, they're not interested to know what they already can see on a paper. They just want to hear you kind of like talk about yourself and what you're looking to gain from working at the company. I always tell people to, whatever they're going to say, correlate it back to the job. So if they're like, oh, tell me what sports you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think that this manager wants to get to know you on a friendship level in these 30 minutes that he's allocated to give you an interview? Like, he don't care if your favorite sports team is the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to see, like, how you're going to go about it, how you're going to answer, how do you talk, how do you express yourself. That's what they're looking for. Because some of y'all tell me, they ask me such, like, irrelevant questions. They ask me what my favorite food was or like, they wasn't genuinely curious as to what your favorite food was. They were trying to see how you were going to express yourself, because that's going to tell them that what happens when a customer says, hey, you know, how do you like the chicken here? Like with this, you know what I'm saying? Should I get the lemon pepper or should I get the this and that? If they feel like you're the type of person to be like, I don't know, to be honest, like, I don't know, they're both good, they might not like that. They're going to want the person to be like, well, the lemon pepper gives you a little bit more zesty and the gives you a little bit more this. My personal favorite is this one. Like, they want to hear you say that. So when they're asking you what your favorite food is, they want to hear you talk along the lines of something like that. You know, oh, well, my favorite food is, for example, Asian cuisine, because I grew up with that. But you know what? I can bust down some Italian as well. And maybe not in these exact words, maybe in a little bit more professional. But honestly, I tell people all the time, just be yourself, you know, because that's the biggest thing. I could sit here and tell y'all to be the most proper person, and I'd be lying if I said that I even did that, you know? I think it's important to be yourself. Yes, no, you have to like remember at the end of the day, it is an interview. You're not going to be in there and be like, haha, F that, like you're not going to be doing all that. But if you're like, oh, I could definitely throw down some pasta, like you don't have to sit there and be like, I could, you know, definitely, you know, eat up delectably a plate of pasta. Like, you don't have to do all that. You could definitely just be yourself and keep it a buck, but still remember what you're there for. So that's kind of like what I mean by saying correlate everything back to the job, because I promise you, if it feels like a weird question, they're not just asking that because they really care. And as bad as that sounds, I mean, should they really care though? Like, they don't know you. You feel me? So I just think that if y'all go with what I'm saying, that it will help you succeed better. Another thing that I feel like that they really will never do is just ask like single-ended questions. So if y'all are thinking like, okay, they're gonna say, what's your favorite color? If y'all think that answering pink is good enough, it's not. Like, you have to. I mean, I guess it is answering the question. You could say yes, but that's not the answer they're looking for. They want open-ended response. Matter of fact, they want to talk less and let you do all the talking. So you really got to give them that. At the end of the day, you got to remember that some of y'all feel like, okay, I'm nervous, I'm not good enough, I don't have probably the qualities other people have. You're in there for a reason. They chose you. Out of the thousands of candidates that apply, they chose you for a reason. They know that you have no experience. They know that, you know, they could probably, even if you did write that you had experience, but you didn't even know how to explain your job title, they probably know you're BSing that. Like, they're not stupid. They know. So if you're in there for a reason, there was obviously something that stuck out to them, and they want to give you the benefit of the doubt and see what you're about in person. So don't mess that up. You have a good thing coming your way. Don't mess that up. All right? Like I said, I mean, that was just kind of like the broader way, because definitely with minors and stuff, they go into more specifics about like, how's your transportation, how's this and that. Obviously, like in a normal interview, just in general, they're gonna ask you like, how did you, you know what I'm saying, hear about this company? What do you want to gain from this company? I think it's always important to let them know that you want to move up, that you want to stay there, that you want to this and that. And I'm not telling y'all to lie, because some of y'all might be like, no, that's not genuinely what I'm trying to do. So I understand that. But try to always find a job in which you would consider staying for a while. So if you're just like, nah, I just need some quick money. I mean, yes, this company is great, but you know, and sometimes people start with that mentality and then they change, but I don't know. Managers always like to hear that, but I also want it to be true if you guys are saying it. So just consider it, you know? But yeah, those are just like basically the main ones. Just kind of like being yourself, open-ended, excited, just gratitude, how you would handle certain situations. Like they might ask you, oh, how would you handle if if a customer got mad at you or this and that? You know, always remember, in the company, the customer comes first. So you always just got to be like, okay, well, the customer comes first. So I would, you know, whatever, like cater to them and et cetera, et cetera. And that's basically everything they're looking for. So like I said in the beginning of this video, if y'all want to see a part 2, make sure to let me know. Also, go ahead and comment down below. Give me any suggestions, anything you would like me to cover in specific, because I would love to help y'all. And most importantly, guys, like, don't be nervous. Like I said, they know why you're there. Like, you got this. You so got this. You got to believe in yourself if you want others to believe in you. That's the biggest thing. And if you don't have the confidence to do it, you need to fake it. Because the fact that they're giving you an interview and you want to go, like, that should just tell you enough. Even though you're scared of going, you're just gonna have to swallow that, like, those nerves, and really just put your best confident face forward. And I promise you, when you start faking it, at some point you're gonna actually start believing it, because you essentially are just practicing. By faking it, you're just practicing that alter ego that you want to be. So there's so many days where I'm tired and I just, like, gotta put my confidence on, and just it ends up working out great. So you guys got this. I'm here for y'all. Make sure to let me know how your experiences go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.